watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Right now, we are taking a live look at Medford, where we're getting a little break from the rain this evening before we start this Thanksgiving week. Happy Sunday, and I thank you for joining me for NewsWatch 12 at 6. I'm Samantha Cadera. Today, Medford Fire Department responded to a structure fire at the Sunset Inn Motel early this morning. The fire was reported around 7:30 this morning, and crews were able to knock down the fire in just 15 minutes, keeping the damage contained to one unit. Medford Fire says this shows how effective their 4-person fire company model is. No injuries were reported, but one person and their pets were displaced. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. The U.S. National Weather Service announced a storm warning for the Mount Shasta area, which is in effect through tomorrow night. They also have wind advisories in the Rogue Valley as well as the Shasta Valley until 8 p.m. If you plan to commute on Highway 89 or Interstate 5 tonight or tomorrow morning, be sure to travel with extra caution. And with the recent winter storm and more severe weather approaching, the Bear Trail in Weed, California is closed. The College of the Siskiyous announced the closure this morning, saying that the trail is not safe as fallen trees and hanging branches block the trail. Closure signs are now posted and crews are working to get the trail cleared as winter conditions allow.
Now, your first forecast.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Of course, it has been pretty windy out there, but the wind advisory is expiring 8 o'clock, and that means that things are going to be dying down slightly, but that winter storm warning is still in effect, especially for the Mount Shasta area. So if you got to go over that area, please be as careful as possible because there's a lot of snowfall coming down for tonight and all the way into Tuesday, in fact. But wind is what I'd like to talk about because that wind does die off later tonight. So even though it was windy earlier in the morning, things are going to be getting a lot calmer. Watch all these colors sort of change to the lighter variants. The only really windy areas that remain are out along the immediate coastline. Still, though, there is more rainfall coming up for tonight into tomorrow. So here's a look at your rainfall totals for today. There is more coming up for tomorrow, too. We've got a wet couple days before things transition back into sunny towards the back half of the week, just in time for Turkey Day.
With snow coming down at higher elevations, some of you might be getting ready for winter sports. Take a look at Mount Ashland just earlier today. The mountain got a decent amount of snow this weekend, and this snow has mountain staff optimistic they can open early this year. The early opening depends on a couple of things, the weather being one of them. General Manager Andrew Gass says staff are being aggressive with track packing, and conditions are holding up fairly well so far. The mountain also needs a green light from the U.S. Forest Service. Gass says this is the tricky part. A lot of Forest Service staff is on holiday leave, so he's not sure when they'll get that authorization. And unfortunately for ice skaters, it's not time to get your skates out just yet. The Ashland Rotary Centennial Ice Rink was set to open yesterday, but has been delayed due to unsafe ice conditions. Staff are still working to build the ice surface, and it's not ready for skating just yet. Last night they announced the opening of the ice rink, and they announced the delay of the opening of the ice rink until further notice. We'll continue to track when you might be able to get your ice skates ready. But until then, you can head to our website, kdrv.com, and find where to see the latest updates on the ice rink. Travel Medford reported to the City Council this week that the first quarter in tourism for the city was a success. The city saw record revenue earnings for the city's tourism in July and increases in August and September from last year. They broke down that money coming in, mentioning an increased daily rate, increased short-term vacation occupancy, and a nearly $30,000 increase in revenue for short-term vacation rentals, with an increased local hospitality revenue far exceeding pre-pandemic levels. Seeing the work they did, city councilors praised the efforts they've made.
Seeing the improvements in the heads in bed, so to speak, and the revenues coming in, you guys are doing a great job. You and your staff keep up the great work. We really appreciate it.
Now for what's next. The current quarter will be discussed in February, and looking ahead, Travel Medford has a conference coming to the city in September 2025. The Travel with Words conference will bring 40 travel writers to Medford to showcase the region and city on a larger platform, and they're hoping this can bring in even more tourists to the city. Ashland passed the first reading of a motion to provide storage space to the homeless that use the overnight camping lawn. In a trial basis, from December to May, they will be a pallet shelter on the property that the community lawn campers can use for daytime storage. It will be managed by Southern Oregon Housing for All, where volunteers will hold time in the morning for the campers to put in their belongings, and a time in the evening for them to get their items back for the night.
Also wanted to say thank you to the volunteers who have brought this forward. The conversations that we have had, I think, have been really helpful for me to understand what is happening and how we might continue to work together to make it better.
This decision comes after months of community and city council input calling for a need for storage of possessions of those who use the lawn. And tomorrow is free laundry day at the Fold in Central Point. Between 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m., the Fold will have drinks, lunch, and free laundry available. The Fold is located at 62 North 4th Street. The Josephine County Animal Shelter is overflowing with dogs looking for their forever homes, and right now there are no free adoptions. Free adoptions began November 12th and was set to continue until further notice as a part of their Home for the Holidays event. Now the final day to bring home a new furry friend for free ends this Wednesday, November 27th. The shelter said 13 dogs have already found homes but has taken in 40 more. And looking ahead to Thanksgiving weekend, the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife has a great outdoor opportunity. Everyone can fish, clam, or crab for free in Oregon on November 29th and 30th without a fishing license. Siskiyou County residents, you can also get in on the action. The free day is for non-Oregon residents as well. All other fishing regulations apply, including closures, bag limits, and size restrictions. And Medford Garden Railroaders are inviting you to their indoor holiday display inside the Rogue Valley Mall. The display will start on Black Friday and runs through New Year's Eve. It will be open during mall hours, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on most days. And admission is free, but donations are appreciated. And the display will be on the second floor near the Bath & Body Works. And here at NewsWatch 12, we're getting in the spirit of giving with our Stuff the Truck campaign. We're partnering with Ray's Food Place to bring groceries to families in need this holiday season. Our goal is to donate an entire semi-truck of groceries, but we need your help to do it. All you have to do is visit any Ray's Food Place and buy a $25 bag of groceries at checkout. And you can also visit our website, kdrv.com, to make a donation online or in other amounts. And as we get into the holiday spirit, we're just 1 week away from the annual Jacksonville Christmas tree lighting ceremony. This is footage from last year's lighting ceremony when the community came together for some music and Christmas spirit. Next Saturday at 5 o'clock at the Jackson City Hall, you can catch caroling, Santa Claus, and enjoy the community as they turn the lights on for the town Christmas tree.